They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on last year's national champions, the Oregon Ducks. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Ducks offense takes the field. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Quick pass on the jet motion. There he goes! All the way out across the 45-yard line. Marking out of bounds at the 46.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Looking to scramble. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
The Ducks are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Snagged out of the air. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm fine.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
From the gun to give, looking for room. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught. Finds a crease at the 20. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundred.
Looking for the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks!
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
He'll start the return inside his 5. So Minnesota's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, Dave.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful, they wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jason.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, they get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality. We'll see if they can get it done.
He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Guys, let's talk just for a minute about Minnesota. Biggest problem for schools that aren't the traditional powerhouses, getting the bodies they need, especially on the defensive front. And, David, they got a good one out of high school last week.
It's so nice to get a three-star defensive lineman. A guy like that's got some size, that's got some potential. Again, you want to rotate those guys as much as possible, keep them fresh. This guy could be a player down the road.
Gets the first one of the day out of there, and we saw a lot of him in that loss last week, 4 times to be exact. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11.
Here we go.
Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Green. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Creates a little room. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And the Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Ball is at the 20. They'll try to convert this 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
Nice job by this offense converting the 3rd down. Listen, 3rd and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. 3rd downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50.
And they'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
Boys, just 90 miles separate Baylor and TCU. Let's find out how much they're separated on the scoreboard. TCU rolled to victory in front of those fans in Fort Worth who had the Go Frogs hand sign up for 60 minutes. The Super Frog was flexing all game too. As complete a win as they've had for some time. Fun one in the Big 12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for bowl position.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. The Golden Gophers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Now the play fake. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Turning it on! And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. And the Golden Gophers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the 1st down.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. That is no good. Guys, a missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Runs through a tackle. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
And on that run, he shows you his speed, speed, speed. When I think Oregon Duck running backs, LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, Jonathan Stewart, I think about guys that are burnt.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Snags it. Touchdown, Ducks! Once he got some room, it was over. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking to fire. Rush is on him. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in at the 25. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up, and he makes plays.
And it's easy to coach a guy like that. Consistent, does the work, catches the football, you know where he's going to be. That's why he's got 200 catches.
It's first and 10. They've moved it to the 41. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
First down, you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
Flushed out of the pocket. He'll pull it down and run. They'll say he stepped out of bounds right at the 17.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Offense in a bunch formation. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Makes the grab over the middle. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one.
Beck's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Oregon!
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team. He'll bring it out. It's Bridges.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
And the Golden Gophers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Reads it, fires complete. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. He'll keep it on the sneak.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up.
Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives him the ball at the 29-yard line.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. He gets it across the 25 to the 24, give him 5 on the carry. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Unloads to the right. Intercepted deep in his own end. Got some room to run.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Fletcher. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the tailback.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
That pass is incomplete.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Got his man on the right. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Right down the middle. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And that's not a surprise for this offense, man. They continue to find him. He's made those big plays. He's put some touchdowns on the board. He's been the big play guy in this offense. And I don't think I'd stop either. We're still getting started in this football game, and they're going to see more of those deep shots to him.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Ducks will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Hand goes into the air for the fair catch, and the catch is made around the 40. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Going right to work up top. Fires to the big fella. Getting closer and closer to midfield, out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47. The Golden Gophers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. The play action fake. They're working that left side. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. And the Golden Gophers will call on their punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Wants to return it. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Looking to throw on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Looking downfield very late in the half. Gonna let it fly. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Zings it complete to the right. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Going to take a shot at this DB. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Eugene.
The Ducks will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Huge deficit to start this 3rd quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Brought down at the 27. It's a 5-yard pickup on the play. They'll put it in play from the 27. 1st down. They're going to run it to the right. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the 1st down here. Still on his feet at the 45. An explosive run, and he gets it all the way up to the 50-yard line before going out of bounds. The Golden Gophers are moving quickly down the field. The pull and throw off the RPO.
And that's the look in man coverage you can throw the hitch route against, right? When the receiver's got a little bit of access, so he's got some room to work with. Against press, you're risking a pick 6. So good decision there by the Q, knowing that was a good look to throw in.
Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. A little screen to the running back. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. And the Golden Gophers line up to punt it away. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They'll run it from the gun. Breaks into the open. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Well, the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Oklahoma was able to ride away on that Sooner schooner with the win, but not necessarily without a few bumps along the way. Man, nothing in college football is easy. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
The Golden Gophers come to the line with a new set of downs. Quick release by the QB. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Offense gets set for second down. From the gun, the running back has it. Fighting off the defender. A stop and pull maybe gets a yard to the 34. And the Golden Gophers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Golden Gophers will try to pin them back with the punt. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Leaves it with the back. There he goes. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Leaves it with the running back. Makes his man miss.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and...
Ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. From the gun, give on the inside. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Right back to the well. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know, at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
It would take a miracle to get back in this game, but any miracle will have to start with this fourth down conversion. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Tough run across the 5. He'll get it all the way out to...
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Power football with the run. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
A lot of times on second down, you're thinking pass, especially second, maybe in a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the first down really easily.
Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Takes the handoff. It's Warren. Makes it past the marker. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. And the Ducks back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They think there's room to run to the right here. At midfield, he's got room. Turning it on. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one, Reese, that this team was going to try to use their speed and take advantage of it, and they did right there. Nice gain on the run play to the right.
Found plenty of running room in that defense. They've got to find a way to get there, make the tackle in the open field.
Yeah, and they got to do a good job with their eyes, finding the football. They've got to get a lot of bodies to this guy because he is fast.
The Ducks, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Got some room in under the goal line. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0.
This has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Trying to get rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Well, it's been that kind of day here tonight. They just have not been able to find a rhythm and establish that throwing the football. Part of it has been wide receivers and quarterbacks not being on the same page, but you got to give this defense credit too. Just like that last play, they have been getting after him. They've been hitting him. And that's a big reason why they've got such a big lead here in the fourth.
And the Golden Gophers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The Golden Gophers have it with a 1st and 10. Quick release on the RPO. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few. 2nd down coming up. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. 3rd down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute. And the Golden Gophers will punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll field the punt. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. They go to the ground. Breaks the tackle. Got enough for the 1st down. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Paul.
Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 10. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. One more play to pad the stats. To the air, it's York. He's taking a deep shot. And the pass is dropped and incomplete, and that's going to do it. Clock has struck 0, and the ball game is over. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
Got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, and it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.